SHIB is showing a lot of signs right now that it may be ready for a 100% plus rally to the upside. Now, obviously, there's no guarantees. Nobody knows what's going to happen for sure. But this shakeout that we saw in the market didn't really have the effect on SHIB that some might think it did. And in fact, in looking back at this chart for Shiba Inu, we are just a mere few percentage points away from something that has historically led us on these significant runs. And I want to talk about that with you guys. So if you are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell, it's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I am filming this earlier on in the morning, so we'll see where things progress as the day moves on. And I care less about the charts today price-wise and more about where SHIB is headed on a bigger move. And I want to show you guys this first of all. In terms of this shakeout and this red that we're seeing in the crypto market, we're actually still seeing incredibly high crypto search traffic. That is a great sign. So although they shook some retail, they didn't necessarily shake the total retail optics. When I looked at exchange app downloads, we still see Coinbase in the top 200 app downloads, but that's the only one right now. So they shook a little bit of the tree there. But something I wanted to mention here as well in terms of Shiba Inu is although we did see this reduction in price, you didn't see a reduction in holders. In fact, we just set a new all-time high of 1.527 million holders. So throughout these past several weeks, including the red days, we have been gaining and gaining and gaining. And like we talked about earlier today, whales have been adding and adding and adding. And it seems like we're building to this point where SHIB has an opportunity to just kind of blow the lid here. And really, there is a chart that is showing exactly that. When we look at this SHIB ETH chart, we've been watching and waiting and looking for where this bottom was going to take place. You know, we thought we could create a double bottom back here and get a rally like we did in July. Didn't happen. We just kind of kept falling because Ethereum was making such significant moves. During this time where SHIB has been falling versus ETH, SHIB has been climbing. ETH has just been climbing that much more. And what I found was very interesting is this is exactly what we did back here in 2023. It's exactly what we did back here in 2024. And both of these times, we saw significant rallies to the upside. In fact, just taking a look back at the SHIB charts, guys, back in 2023, when we had that big dominance drop off in terms of Shiba Inu, what did that lead us on? It was about 100% rally to the upside. What did it do in 2024? We obviously know SHIB ran 4.5x over the course of just 7 days. So we're now getting to this point where actually SHIB dominance is on almost the full reset. In fact, in looking at this chart, guys, that's the wrong chart. And looking at this chart here, you guys can see currently where we're at is only about, 3-4% away in terms of SHIB dominance to where historically it's had a major bounce. And at that same time, we're seeing really good fundamentals take place. Could this be the moment where SHIB once again does a 100% plus rally to the upside? I will mention that compared to both those times, significantly less Shiba Inu available in the crypto market. Exchange supply has been depleted by over 80 trillion SHIB in that time. And guys, there are still more people that are just continuing to accumulate and hoard supply. Something I wanted to show here as well is, are we going to actually get a bottoming on our trend here before SHIB goes on a significant rally to the upside? This is actually SHIB dominance. That was a SHIB ETH chart, sorry. So on SHIB dominance, right, we talked about it, a possible rejection at this 100-day moving average. This is exactly what we did several times here. This is exactly what we got. SHIB is maybe targeting the bottom of its trend here down at about 0.19%. Could that be the moment where SHIB heats up and goes on that significant push to the upside? It's what we did again. Just take a look back here, right? We had our big drop in June of 2023, touched the bottom of our trend here in February of 2024, and that was just a way it ran. So everything is actually looking very, very good. It feels weird saying things are looking very, very good as we're in a bit of a red day, right? But sometimes, again, you need to spark buying events. Sometimes you need things to come down, retest support before you make your next extension. And it's just a question of, have we done enough? Have we have they shaken the tree enough and realized that, hey, there's not that room to move to the downside, and then things start to descend? That's kind of where we're at right now. So we'll obviously see where things progress as the day moves on. Maybe this is SHIB's next big moment here, but I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.